Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first MLR podcast in a while. I am Jay Bird, the commissioner, and we're here with good old Papa Tim
Hello,
here.
everybody. Welcome to the first MLR
Oh, no.
podcast.
Alright, so I kind of accidentally forgot to mute desktop audio there. or mute my my stream that was up right next to it. So hopefully that's not too big of a deal. It's been a while, so... But anyway, yeah, we got Tim here. We got Admiral Jones. Well, we don't have Admiral Jones, actually. He should come in soon. But we also have Whit Bass, Mattis99, and Master Cashier right here. So say hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Season 2 fake baseball. Maybe a few announcements here or there. Or we might... We're just going to go over, summarize, give our opinions on things, and then give our opinions on how the current session is going. So yeah, I guess I should start out with the trade announcement, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
That's
Let's
pretty
do the big
simple.
news. Big news is good.
Alright, so as a lot of you might know, we got a new Cleveland GM alongside our very excellent new Red Sox GM, who's a great dude. I love that guy. But we also got a BBFE. He formally retired as catcher for the Indians to full-time GM them, and in doing this, he's immediately launched a trade, and this one's a big one. Okay, so he's launched a trade with Detroit. Sorry, Morella's talking to me right now. I'll get to you in a second, bud. But He launched a trade with the Detroit Tigers, and the full trade goes like this. All right, so the Cleveland Indians, they send right-handed power pitcher Dick Woolridge and right-handed outfielder El Rapido Jimenez to Detroit for right-handed pitcher Big Tuna and right-handed outfielder Lightning Balls.
Whoa.
So Big Tuna has been dealt.
Big Tuna on the move. Stove is hot.
I figured that was going to happen sooner or later, but how do you guys feel about that trade?
Big Tuna was one of the better pitchers in season one, and I know he got roughed up in his last game, but that's still a pretty big name to go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he in the first few games. I remember I umped his second ever game in season 1 session 2, and he basically I think he threw a shutout. He might have let up one run, but I think he threw a shutout, and he had like a below 1 ERA, and I was like, man,
I'm pretty sure that was against the former Mets. I'm pretty sure we got destroyed by Big Tuna.
I think that's a possibility. But yeah, and then. He kept up well until he gave up that walk off hit against a man by the name of Kyle Mack, and the rest has been history. So I wonder what happened there. I think we might have broken him, but he's a really cool guy. So I wish him the best of luck in the new environment. I think it was smart to get something from him. I'm not sure. That package, we'll have to see. I really like Lightning Balls. So I feel like the Indians might have won this trade, just simply because Lightning Balls are really good. I don't know much about the guys that they sent to the Tigers. I don't know if Woolridge is good, if he's active. He probably is. But yeah, I trust this is going to be a very exciting outcome for both teams, and it should be good for them. But yeah,
sometimes all a player needs is a change of scenery to make a big turnaround.
Take Hudson Quinn, for example. He went to the Twins, and he did great on the Twins.
I miss Pie.
I don't. I'm happy where he ended up.
I don't know, man.
He
sad.
At like 3 a.m. last night in our team Discord, he just like came up with a picture of him hugging a traffic cone, and he was like, he was up to some shit on New Year's. He was just like, "Here's my traffic cone." I was like, okay, Pie, go to bed. But yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool trade, and we also, like I said, we've had a lot of different shakeups in this league. Perhaps the biggest is positions and how we're gonna be going along with those. We're now gonna be operating under primary and secondary, and I think that that's going to be a lot funner for both GMs, and a lot more fun. Some grammar police going to kill me, but but it should be good for the GMs and the players alike. Obviously, it's had some people who don't like it. Did you guys all agree with it, or do we have anybody who didn't like that in here?
We all
I was on
agree,
board.
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was for it. I think it's good. I think it maybe brings a little more strategy into the game, trying to get your lineups or your rosters to where you can cover everything just in case.
Yeah, but I know one person that didn't like it is Smudge. So Smudge, if you're listening to this and you want to be on the podcast to dissent against the new rule change, hit me up. But yeah, I know a lot of people on the game discussion are asking if they can be in the podcast, and in past podcasts we've had like anybody can come on and it's fine. We've had that sort of thing, and it ended up being like 20 people talking over each other. So I don't want that. I might add people in as it ends, like at the tail end of the podcast. If we want to add extra comments, that's perfectly fine.
We should do like, towards the end, we should do like a call-in radio show type thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that.
That'd be cool.
Pretty cool.
Welcome to the MLR Power Hour.
Yeah, we do that with the MLB radio network or whatever. We do some stuff like that. They call in and ask questions.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat.
All right, but how about we talk about some actual fake baseball though, off of the political side of things. How about we talk about how the session's going? So, what do you guys have any specific things?
Personally, I think it's going great. Probably because my team just won 9-3, but I think it's a great session.
Yeah, we
was,
got one game finished already.
Yeah,
I was a terrible session umpire. My box score is thrashed.
I think Tim Pops is probably the happiest person that our game is over.
Absolutely 100% true. I can guarantee you that.
Well, I guess should we go game by game here, or should we? Well,
Yeah.
we can go into the current session, or do you guys have anything you want to talk about on session 1 or session 2? I forgot we're on session 3. So any of the first two?
How about them Brewers
so long
beating
ago.
the champs? Sorry, what?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
You come into my podcast and you.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Brewers are upstart.
that was some pretty good shit. We're kind of in a patch right now, but it's hard to go off of a tough loss, and then go into fucking Cal Tiberius Jr., who I don't know what is up with him. I don't know how he's able to play this game so well, but week after week this guy fucking wrecks. He wins a Cy Young, and like Sal Shark won a Cy Young, and he's been having troubles with Oakland because they went 0-2. But here comes Cal Tiberius Jr. just fucking wrecking shit after his Cy Young. I don't know how he does it.
Crazy.
Yeah, you guys, oh man, your game's 1-0 too, huh?
Yeah, dude. I mean, our Hudson's not. He's doing well. It's like I want to give him that win, but I mean, we got something going in the current inning, so hopefully we can keep that up. I haven't actually seen what the result of the at bat is.
You got first and second with two outs. Pop out.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Yeah, Hunter popped up.
Well, he's
I
getting
think I
traded.
got the pitch from him too. I'm driving, so when I get home, I'll post the pitch or post the at bat.
All right, so I'll have something to clench my my asshole about.
Start making some diamonds, bad boy.
The craziest thing about Tiberius, though, to me, is that he does it with lists. Like, he submits like 3 or 4 numbers at a time because he knows he can't do every couple hours, and he still does well. And like, to me, like, all the pitchers who've ever done lists have gotten roughed up.
I disagree.
You think so?
Oh, dude, like, I don't know if it's just me. Like, as an umpire, I always run into a lot of list pitchers. And as an umpire, I always run into a lot of pitching duels. And, like, I don't know what it... I think it's because people when they bat, they try to predict how a pitcher is going to act. Like, how a pitcher is going to react to a certain at-bat result. So let's say like a leadoff double happens. Like if it's a live pitcher, they're now pitching with the idea of that leadoff double. But when you get a list pitcher, when they put their numbers down, they have no idea. Like it could be bases loaded, it could be nobody out, and or it could be like bases clear, and it makes them really hard to predict because they're not really pitching with a certain idea, not with like a certain like, okay, got to change this up because this happened. And I don't know. It seems like it works well for a lot of pitchers that I've.
It works in that regard. But sometimes where they get messed up is that typically when they're a list pitcher, they throw a specific pattern out there, and if people come up with that pattern, they get wrecked.
Yeah,
and they can't change it.
There's an art to list pitching, and a lot of people do it wrong. I agree.
Yeah, I've had.
Speaking of pitching right now, actually, the Houston-Oakland game, for Houston has a no-hitter going on right now in the 4th inning.
Not,
give it time. He's gonna give up 7 in the 5th.
No. We're gonna let it go. He lost the perfect. He gave up a walk this past inning, but
I didn't know about this.
Yep.
That's really interesting, actually.
I didn't know about that either.
Yeah, but
I've been trying to keep it quiet because I don't want to be the guy that jinxes it. But now here I am on the podcast going, "Hey guys, look at this."
You said it, so
the best way to not jinx it is to announce it on a public talk show.
Yeah, I'm actually editing the box score right now because I fell behind a little bit.
Well, yeah. So we got one game done. I still need to. I'm gonna have to after this or like sometime tonight calculate DPA. Or DIPA. I don't know what people would rather me call it. I kind of like
DPA better.
I don't know, man. That DIPA. It sounds like an old man trying too hard to keep up with young slang.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Yeah, but I checked into one of Admiral's game threads to see if he changed the way he to include differences, and he didn't. So that's gonna be a pain in the ass. It literally takes 3 times as long if you don't include the differences for me to calculate DIPA or DPA, because I gotta go into the calculator and then figure out the differences myself for each batter, and that adds up, and that's I don't know.
Well, just for you, I started adding differences.
Thank you, because I kind of badgered people. But
yeah, you can be kind of mean sometimes.
I really can. You gotta to be a commissioner, dude. You gotta put your foot down for some things and make people do what you want. But
next time we argue or I'm mad at you, I'm gonna stop putting differences.
Dude,
get silent. Just do that silent passive aggressive.
Yeah, well, fuck you. I'm gonna remove you as an up then. I have all the power. That was my evil laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we got the Tampa Devil Rays beating out the Cleveland Indians 9-3. Was it?
Yeah. 9-3.
How about that steal of home though? That was. I need to just. That is insane.
Right. I'll take you guys behind the scenes here.
Yeah, please do.
So, we were talking and. Somebody brought it up. I think it was even it was JD. He brought it up and he was like, "What if we steal home?" And I was like, "We're only up by like 3 or 4 right now." I was like, "I'll tell you what." I was like, "If the guy from third scores and JD, you end up on third," I said, "We'll do it." And the next batter hit a ground ball. Runner came in from third. JD moved to third. So I PM'd him and I was like, "All right, man, now's the time." And so then we like figured out a number. Because at this point, I even told I messaged Pops and I was like, "Listen, man," I was like, "We're full on with the memes at this point. We're going 100% full speed ahead on memes, and this is what's gonna happen." And it worked. So
it definitely worked, dude. That was amazing. I would never have done that. I've led by like 7 runs, humble brag, but I've never tried that. It worked out, dude. That could have been super easy to fuck up, but it worked out.
Another thing with Cleveland taking a loss, there's now only 4 undefeated teams left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Toronto.
Oh, well, undefeated. Yeah. Okay, I guess.
Toronto,
Sure.
Minnesota, Seattle, Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Montreal is interesting because you can see like I'm not gonna be like oh they suck, but like their offense is not like there's a lot of teams that have lost that have a better offense than them. The Tigers being one, and I feel like Tiberius is just a great asset for them because I feel like they'd be in trouble without Tiberius. Their DPA is kind of high for a winless team. Yeah, but Toronto is really good. I like Toronto a lot, and Seattle. Those are my two like big teams that I'm rooting for now.
I like how the GM of a team is rooting for other teams.
What?
I mean,
Who?
gotta have a favorite team in the other.
Well,
league.
no, it's AL, so we're okay. I'm I said who? I realized you're talking about me, but I'm a commissioner. I'm pro fake baseball in general first, and then I'll be a homer second. But yeah, it's I gotta stand up. I gotta stand up for my AL bros. I mean like Lane Drew is like the greatest person to ever be on this earth, and I want his Blue Jays to do well. Like he and I are good friends from the Phillies subreddit, so I'm like yeah. Dude, come on! I'm really happy for your team, and they seem to have good chemistry. I mean, Mattis. I mean, you're the GM. You could probably back me up on that. But they seem to be a good, like, fun little team that a lot of people probably look over.
Yeah, we're a nice, fun little team, and I mean, I think the fact that we started off undefeated is really good because last season we started off kind of rough, and we really picked up at the end. I think we're still riding that wave. I think we've won 5 games in a row now, if you count last season.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a little insight, seeing as I actually spent some time there and now have to kind of root against you guys. It's a good clubhouse. It was. I miss you too, baby. It's fun, and both Mattis and I were on a podcast last year saying, "Look out for the Blue Jays." You guys are mocking I think it was 2-4 or something like that, they've been coming on strong ever since then. It's a well-built team. The clubhouse, like they work together really well. I mean, I can speak to that 100% fact. They work together really well, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with the whole year, guaranteed.
I don't deny that at all. And a lot of people in the game discussion are hounding me for not choosing the Devil Rays as one of my favorite AL teams. And as of the debacle with Miwa Langi or Otani. The Devil Rays are no longer my friends. I hate you, Devil Rays.
We didn't even sign him.
I know, but like he was like, I was like, hey, do you want to sign with me? He's like, no, I hate the Phillies, and he's like,
the same thing for me.
I'm actually kind of glad he signed with the Mariners, but you guys were my bidding war adversaries for like 3 seconds before he decided he hated us. So I'll always hate you. No, but seriously, I like the Devil Rays. I was really happy when Witt agreed to do the Devil Rays because I liked the Expos and the Devil Rays being in this league. It made it interesting.
Yeah, I love bringing back the old retro teams, which is why me when I brought the Brewers out too. When I moved from the Mets to the Brewers, I brought out the retro logo, retro forever.
Yeah, dude, totally. I like making this league interesting in that sort of regard. Though I do stop at custom teams. I'll always stop at custom teams because.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're trying to emulate real baseball, and at a point, you gotta.
But if anybody wants to be the St. Louis Browns in the future, I'll think about it. I've been tossing them out as like a maybe if we're doing the Expos. I like their I don't know. I think their uniforms were kind of cool. That's all.
As long as we keep the Cubs out of it, I'm happy.
That is true. Just the Yankees. I'm just saying that the Expos are going to be in place of the Yankees because they have to be in place of somebody, and they're both East teams. So I'll just move the Expos to the AL if we get all teams filled. But yeah, they replaced the Yankees, and I guess we can get the Browns to replace the Cubs, and everything will be good. Everything will be
fine by me.
Yeah, this league will be at peace, and we can all just decide that the Nationals are the worst team, and then everything will be okay.
I mean, they are losing 5-0 right now. So
they are. Oh,
yeah, we're kicking their ass right now.
Fucking season 2 is weird. The Phillies are struggling, the Nationals are struggling. Meanwhile, fucking Brewers actually win something, Orioles actually win something.
Hey!
I mean, come on.
No, with us with the Brewers, I struggled at the end of season 1 trying to rein in the GM. I had a lot of stuff going on IRL and just got really busy for a while. But I've really trying to bring this team back. I got some really good guys in the draft, which helped.
Yeah,
so I've got my team a little more active now.
Yeah, I'm just busting your balls. Actually, I had a Dan Garzone. He worked with the Reindeers in the Winter Classic, which by the way, Reindeers won despite everybody thinking that the Penguins would win. But yeah, he was really cool. I liked him a lot. He was a very good cheerleader for the first day, and then he came and he pitched really well.
Yeah, he's really good. And that's where we were really struggling was pitching. Definitely nothing against Sonny Streaker. Sonny Streaker was good, but he'd always seem to run into that one inning where he just couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of pitchers like that, it seems.
So Garzone has been fire. We've gotten some clutch hits in some really big moments. I mean, against you guys had a lead on us. We managed to claw our way back.
We always lose leads though. Literally 90%. I think only like 1 or 2 of our wins have come from when we started, like when we began the game leading, because we always come back. But when we begin the game leading, we basically lost already.
Yeah, we're 0-0 right now against the Cardinals, who have really struggled this year.
They've got some. I mean, they did have some decent pitching, and then I think they traded. Didn't they? Did they trade Jim Bob? They traded one of their people. I think Jim Bob Cooter. They traded to the Red Sox.
Maybe I actually don't remember now.
Trades are a bitch mid-season because I don't really want to mess up because with stat taking and stuff like that. I don't want to mess up the rosters until stat taking's completely done, or at least mostly done. So like it's hard for me to keep track of that type of stuff. I think I did pin that one though. I'll go look right now. I think I did pin that one, but I'm 99% sure that it was with. So I think that the Red Sox actually have like 4 pitchers now.
Yeah, the Red Sox have been insane ever since their new GM took over.
I'm really glad I think actually yeah, fuck. I think the guy that Cardinals traded was the guy who, now that I mention it, referred me to that guy because they're friends, they're buddies. So I think they traded for that. But let me I think it's deep in the pins, but it was, I'm pretty sure it was one of those pitchers. But speaking of GMs being active, how about Detroit kind of having a mini renaissance recently with the free agent market? I mean,
with who? Say that again.
With the free agent market.
What team?
Detroit, because well, in personal experience, they've taken at least two players that I've agreed to minor league contracts with. I mean, the first one I gave them because like they recently lost Barnar. Martin Barnar and Barnar, and so I was like, okay, well then I have to give them a compensation, and so the only active third baseman I had available in the free agents at the time was the guy that I was planning on signing, and I wanted to give him a major league chance, number one, and number two, like I thought it'd be like a really mean thing if I just like referred him to some random third baseman who probably would not be active, when I just like keep the active third baseman to myself. So I was like, okay, I'll give him. And then I get into a deal with another guy, and then Detroit goes behind my back and steals that dude. It's like, Detroit. But
Detroit playing cutthroat.
But like I would have given the guy that they stole from me a major league chance anyway, because I later ended up trading my major league first baseman. So, and then promoting the guy I got in the minor leagues to replace the guy that they stole from me. But yeah, but they've been making a lot of deals. They got him, they got Tyler Phoenix, they got John Johnson Jr., and then they got C.H. Lee, who I was really glad to have been signed because he was kind of having a hard time getting suitors there. But yeah, they've been pretty active. So how about you guys? What minor league deals or major league deals have you signed recently that you think will work out really well with you?
I gotta say, my new first baseman and secondary position left fielder, Durf Smith.
Yeah, I like that dude. He's cool.
He's talked a lot, and I was surprised because he was like the first guy to actually respond to me. I was texting all the free agents, and no one was answering.
I kind of want. I was like, oh man, isn't he from Toronto too? I think he's been talking that he was from Toronto. Yeah. So I guess I didn't have a chance, but I was like, oh man, I wish Like I really like the guy that I signed, but I was like, I was having second thoughts, like, oh, maybe that guy would have been a good first baseman replacement that I could have signed. But I ended up getting I have 2 free minor league slots now, and I'm just waiting for the right chance.
Yeah, I've been having issues trying to get people to respond. Honestly, I've sent out quite a few messages and just no hits.
It's been kind of a grind. There's been like certain teams that have definitely like gotten more success than others.
I picked up 3 pretty quick, but then it's like now I'm stuck with 3 because nobody, trading for those spots has become really valuable. People are seeing we've got all these free agents coming in and that are active and want to play,
Yeah, I remember when minor leagues first started, or like when we started to officially fill up slots. I remember the Seattle GM. He put in I was having a hard time getting people to fill up the minor league teams in time. So I was like trying to I was being like, okay, everybody sign. And then the Seattle GM's like, I'm selling slots if anybody wants one. I'm like, dude, like no, they're not gonna go for much because there's not a lot of people signing minor league contracts. And then here, like a week later, everybody's signing minor league contracts, and these slots are suddenly very valuable. So maybe I was wrong. But yeah, it really just exploded these minor leagues.
It really did. I mean, I've got a catcher that may be pushing for some playing time. Who knows? I got a new second baseman, a new right fielder. The right fielder, I think Tom Brady doubled in his first at bat in the minor league game. So I got to keep my eyes on him. And then you throw in those secondary position things, kind of tying it back in. It's like, you really have to value those active people now because you have more people playing every single day that are looking for that major league spot. And in my opinion, it's just going to make the league that much better.
Yeah, I have to shout out Charlie Bay Jr., who is the first guy assigned to a minor league contract. And he's like a really cool dude. He's been in our Discord for a while. So I'm trying to maybe sometime when the session ends to finagle a spot in the major leagues for him. That might entail a trade. I might have just foreshadowed something. We'll stay tuned. we'll see what happens with your favorite Philadelphia Phillies here. But yeah, anybody else have any thoughts or comments about minor leagues and how new players have been entering their systems?
I mean, I think the Devil Rays, we've been one of the most active teams with the free agency, and we got Corbett, of course, and he blew up. He freaking talks more than I do on the Discord. He's very active. And
then you traded him.
I was about to say I filled my minor league system and then I traded all of them. But I mean, when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, losing Corbett sucks. But I would have had to choose between him and the guy I signed right before him, Smorin, who's also very active. He was just on vacation last week. He was on the hiatus list. And it's not every day you get a chance to trade for a guy whose name is literally Baseball McBaseball or Baseball McBaseball face. I mean, that's a one-time opportunity. And if I didn't take it, I would have been an idiot.
I wanted him in Milwaukee so bad. He's a Brewer fan.
Oh, really?
He is.
Well, never say never, dude. You guys should hit each other up, see what happens.
I already hit him up, and he ignored me, and didn't offer.
I responded to that twice, and then I think I forgot to answer you because I was busy doing something. But the guy,
he has been traveling.
The guy, I'm not going to name names, but the guy you mentioned does not get along with one of my players. So
understandable. We'll talk offline and we'll work something out because I need Baseball McBaseball face.
I mean,
in
he's
Milwaukee.
Also 5 for 7, so it's like he's got the name and he's got the stats too right now. So
exactly.
Can I talk about
bring him home?
Can I talk about a guy who has the stats for real, legit, that nobody knows about, and I feel like he needs some recognition.
There's 2. I know who one of them is, and I don't think you know the other one.
Well, I'm just talking. I'm gonna rep my game right now. The Seattle versus Texas, and I'm gonna rep a certain catcher by the name of Barney Summers. This dude has 7 at bats and 6 hits, and he just hit a home run. I was like, this guy. As soon as I saw, I was like, this guy cannot get another hit, and then he hits a home run, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. His batting average is like .850.
I knew you were going to go there, and I'm going to take this opportunity to call out my own team, my first baseman, Emmer Bach. He is 5 for 6. I mean, they're all singles, but he's 5 for 6 with 2 RBIs already. He hit an .833.
I mean,
singles, you say, remind me of a certain guy from last session.
yeah, I wonder who. Has he hit an extra base hit since then? I think he has.
Zach. No. He still has singles.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, has he done well so far?
He's 2 for 6, so
that's not too bad. I mean, it's early.
it's 333, so that's kind of where I like it.
So how about we quickly take this time, since I'm kind of recapping like all the different things that have changed in the league, and we can take this time to kind of go into waivers and how that's kind of affected the league. I mean, we've had a few claims. I mean, Whit knows about what's his face, Pie Bacon being claimed by me, and then subsequently being claimed by the Giants. And dude, I was so ready to just like have a never-ending claim war, like to just keep claiming them as soon as we send them to the minors. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but he didn't demote him. I was prepared to like take him back after he sent him to the minors, but he actually kept him in the majors, so I was kind of happy with that. I'm fine with that. Him actually getting Morris Strat. Apparently Morris Strat's having. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah, Morris Strat's having a really good season. I saw. He's a player on the Tigers. Going back to the Tigers, I need to look him up real quick. But yeah, do you guys have any players that you think are very interesting so far that could show promise in the MVP race?
Evan Jorgensen for us. First of all, his Reddit name's awesome. Second of all, he is currently batting .750 with a home run, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, and 2 walks.
Yeah, that let's have awkward sex, dude.
That's the guy.
I'm going to go not in a weird way. Harvey Barge on the Red Sox. He's given up 9 runs, but he's also struck out 13 people, and I've on a couple of his games. And it's like, if he could figure out a way to just limit the damage when he lets up a base runner or two, that guy could be pretty scary.
Yeah, he has a very severe case of the Rob Pancakes disease.
Yeah, it's all or nothing with him for sure. But it's like, if he could ever just put it all together, let's look out.
Yeah, but I got the stat line for Morris Strat's 6 for 7 with 2 home runs and 3 and 2 triples. So yeah, he's been really interesting.
I got Dangerzone coming from my team. Picked him up off the free agent list, but since he's been with us, he's gone 6 innings, only given up 2 runs. Low on the strikeouts, but he keeps the hits down, and he's been a driving force for our team, trying to get us back into a winning season here.
Yeah, Phillies have been they've been more pitching so far. I've really been happy with my pitching. Our offense is still waiting, but Kyle Mack's having a good season so far. Miguel Sano had a very good first game where he went 2 for 2 with a double and a home run, which is really good for him.
That might be a case of where we can approve a name change.
Yeah, that he actually said that in our Discord. He was like, "With this new stuff, should I should I change my name?" And I was like, "We'll see, man."
Say yeah, sure, why not?
If he gives me something, I mean, I won't say no, because that's like special circumstances. But yeah, I felt that guy's a really good dude because he didn't get a single hit in his first season, and then he opens up his season going 2 for 2, and I was really happy for him.
I'd have to, especially since they kicked our ass last game. Forehead Jones from the Padres, he's got 2 homers and 4 RBIs already.
Yeah,
be interesting to see what he does. I mean, he's already better than Osmosis, so he's got the best Jones title going.
Oh.
Osmosis does have hits finally, so that's okay. But
yeah, he started out pretty well. Yeah, but
I got a.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I got James Earl Jones hitting 400 right now with a home run, a couple RBIs.
Yeah, all these guys were in the running for player of the game.
I was going to say, while we are tooting our own players' horns, well, first off, I don't know if he's listening, but I just want to say Dougie McElroy is absolutely the worst player in the MLR. And if he is listening, Dougie, I just want to tell you that your last 2 appearances were flukes, and I still don't believe in you. But while we're tooting our players' horns, Grim Carp, watch out for him. Part of the reason I traded Jay Money, as much as it hurt, is now I can put Grim Carp at DH, and he can get more playing time. In his only appearance, he went 2 for 4 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs.
Yeah, he's an American League Player of the Session for Session 2.
Yeah. So part of that trade was now I can move Trapper to first, and I can have Carp play DH full time.
And hey, man, if McElroy is giving you a bit of a hard time, I mean, he is a Phillies fan, so hit me up, dude. If he's as bad as you say he is, I mean.
That's the thing, though, is I'm gonna hold on to him just to make him more miserable. It's my duty.
No.
I mean, that's part of the thing is he's a Phillies fan, so he's literally probably the worst person on the entire planet. But like JD just pointed out in the chat, I don't know if you guys know this, but Grim Carp literally has a Terminator arm, and Osmosis, part of the OOTZ, deemed it acceptable. It is not performance enhancing. So just so you guys know, my designated hitter literally has a robot arm.
Okay. Nice.
How is this legal?
We're still cracking down hard on the whole random number generators thing, but robot arms are just fine. Who gives a shit?
All right.
Yeah, but what else? What other games are going on right now that are pretty interesting? I'm looking through the list right now, but
Arizona 6-1. San Francisco's beating Arizona.
The pitch is in Philly, by the way.
Ooh, are you home right now?
Yeah, I just got home and I tagged him. It's Mets is up. Gil Mets.
Oh, Mets suck?
Yep.
That guy? Okay, yeah, I can contact him in a bit. But yeah, Arizona and San Francisco. I know I say I love every team, but I also love the Giants a lot. I like their clubhouse. And like Mudflaps Ricketts is a fucking delight. Like if you have the pleasure, let me rep this guy. If you have the pleasure of umping this dude, he will be like the coolest dude who will like respond to all of your play descriptions in like the coolest, most like chill way. And he's just like a freaking delight. I love that guy. But I think also Andrew Peters on that team, he's underrated. He's a really, really good pitcher. He just gave up a home run, but he's other than that, like he's just been like, I think he's gonna challenge Tiberius going down the road for the Cy Young. So what other, speaking of pitchers, what other pitchers do you think are gonna challenge for the Cy Young? Who do you think has promise?
Darth Vader's 8 innings pitched, 0 runs, 7 strikeouts. So he's got to be one of the leaders right now.
That is true. I always forget about him, which is not fair because he's definitely really, really good. Like he's been killing it to start this season, and a lot of pitchers are. There's been a lot of low scoring games here, along with a lot of high scoring games. And I mean, like I totally forgot about that guy, and he definitely deserves a big name in here. But yeah, there's Darth Vader, there's Andrew Peters, who I think has given up 2 runs in three appearances. I think he's around that, maybe 3 runs. But yeah, that's
Peters. Yeah, he's 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs.
Yeah, so he's definitely on my radar for one of the good pitchers. I mean, Hudson Quinn started out pretty well, but you know him. He's kind of a fluke. I kind of don't like that guy. Don't tell anybody. I'm just kidding. I love that guy, but yeah, I'm hoping he has a good season after his struggles in season 1. And Oliver Hughes started out pretty well, and Cy had. But yeah, I'm plugging my own pitchers. How about you guys? How are your pitchers doing?
Pretty good. But I'm just thinking about shouting out the Baltimore Orioles pitching, because last season that was a big thing. But Pancakes' ERA is 1.13. Which
Yeah,
is
I like Pancakes
insane.
a lot.
And then Chipper Dipper's at a 1.38. And considering last season that it was really their pitching that let them down, I think they, one, their pitchers could challenge for the Cy Young, and two, they could probably go far this season.
It's just ridiculous how many good pitchers there are. What about the rest of you guys?
Yeah, I got Gerzome with an ERA of 2 after one game. He's pitching really well right now. He's through 2 innings now, I think, with no runs.
Like, his only mistake was the home run against
The home run.
Love.
Yeah, he gave up the home run to Comrade Love, but the offense picked him up. And actually, yeah, right now, Gerzone is through 2 innings against the Cardinals with "I'm not going to be another jinx." So I'm going to stop right there.
You stop yourself right in time. How about you? Oh, well, you already repped Darth, but how about your other guy, Bartholomew Crumblepuff? How is he doing?
He got his ass lit up against the Padres. He's one of my best friends in real life, so I could talk all the crap I want. But he right now is through 2 scoreless against Washington, but he just gave up a double, so we'll see if he can figure this out and get out of it. But I don't know. It's up in the air with him right now. You know what I mean? He got lit up, and now he's throwing well, so we'll see.
It's just like pitchers can really turn around very easily in this game. It's almost as if it's like partially random, but I digress.
Almost like we just guess numbers all day.
But Ed Turner, Dougie. I mean, you've already talked shit about Dougie, but how about Turner? How's he doing, Whit?
He had some trouble this game, but he only gave up 1 run in each of his other games, and then this game he had that one inning where the Indians had three dongs on. He's been really good. You know, he's a funny guy. He doesn't really talk a lot. Like, his role in our Discord is a man of few words, because he'll come in and say like 5 things, and then you won't see him again for a couple days. And then Dougie, I give him shit, but I mean, he brought his ERA down to what, like 3 point something. He just had a rough first game where the Blue Jays, Mattis, they roughed him up. He came in, and it was a pretty bad matchup, because they have a lot of righties and he's a lefty, so they roughed him up. But he's been lights out since then. He hasn't given a run since that game.
Yeah. I'm gonna quickly jump to some things that have been said in the chat, mainly from Johnny Hopkins. I mean, his first thing was about the wiki and if people are still making pages. And I just like to say that I really I like that. It'd be great if people continued with that. I always fall off the wagon with that, but I always go back to it because I really love the wiki. I think it's a really cool thing. I really enjoy making pages for that. It's a little time consuming, but if everybody sticks to their own team and like we say, okay, so I'm gonna focus on my team, you're gonna focus on your team, and we just like slowly build it up, I think that'd be really fun and a really cool, helpful resource. And you also asked how the All-Star game will work, and I definitely do want to do vote based. I think that'd be fun. I always like votes. I like votes for things like that, like votes for awards, and I have really a lot of fun doing votes for like player of the session. I think it's really cool to see what people think about other people and think about the game. So if I can get an opportunity to do that with the All-Star game, I definitely would love to do that. I mean, of course, what I'm saying is different than what the entire committee and like the GMs are gonna say. So we'll talk about that. I mean, I'm all for it. I don't know what these guys think about it. I mean, they can probably say, but
yeah, I think voting's a good way to go. I love the votes here. I typically thought like when it comes to like real baseball, like Major League Baseball, I hate the voting system because
yeah, me too.
It's a popularity contest.
But a popularity contest is kind of cool here because it's so community driven. It's less skill driven and more community driven, so I don't think it's
right. The game is different. But yeah, I love the votes here. I think, especially the votes that we've had for the player of the sessions and stuff like that have gone really well, and have really showcased some of the guys who really were done really well in this game.
Yeah, but also I've been asked to plug the HID. the home run derby, and I haven't really paid attention to it much in the last few weeks, but I really implore people to, like, I've already said how much I love Lane Drew, so if you guys are looking for something to get more active with when it comes to this game, and get more active with when it comes to this community, I think that'd be a very interesting and fun thing. Like, he has a freaking website for that, and he has, like, a portion with, like, paragraphs about, like, the champions. Like, he has one for Jack Alpha already, and I just, like, I read that, and I thought it was really, really cool. Like, he's very creative with that, and it's very interesting, so, I mean, if you want to, if you want something to be a part of, I think that'd be really cool. But,
I also have the list of the 3 winners for the home run derby so far, and if you want, I can say their names too.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Dougie, actually. He won the first one.
Oh, so he's good at something, huh?
If pitching doesn't suit him, he can always hit homers. Second session was Gare, so...
Gare. We haven't talked about him much, but he did really well before Tim in keeping the Pirates afloat. I like that guy.
And then the third session was Dominus Nominus, who needs no introduction.
Oh, that guy. Who says, I quote, I'm just a dumbass.
That too. I mean, all we do is win, except week 1. We're not going to talk about session. All we do is win in Tampa.
Yeah, well, it's a young season. We don't know. But
when do you play Milwaukee?
I can check right now.
I'm gonna check it right now.
See who gets it first. Minnesota, no, that's not you. Do you guys even, like, there could be a possibility you don't even play each other.
It's a possibility.
That
Montreal, Washington.
Like, Hudson Quinn was talking about beating a McCastignaro, and but we don't play each other, so I was like, that's kind of sucks. And he asked me to trade him, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
We don't play.
Well, there you go, guys. So, I guess you'll never feel the wrath of the Milwaukee Brewers. So, you guys have anything you want to say about the session before we turn it over to the public and see who wants to be on here?
No, I think we got a lot of interesting games going on. Some games are still scoreless, but a lot of games where a lot of runs will be putting up. I mean, Dodgers put up a 5 spot against the Padres in the first inning.
Ow.
You had 12 runs in Cleveland, Tampa Bay. But you got a lot of close games too. Montreal, Philly is close. Brewers, Cardinals are still scoreless right now.
Mariners, Rangers are pretty close because the good old Barney Summers got them back into it.
Yeah,
Jays put up 3 runs in the first inning. The last time they did that actually was against your Phillies in session 1. I remember that game quite well.
Jeez, my losses are coming against me right now on this podcast. First Master Cashier bringing up the Brewers loss, and now here comes Mattis with that.
Hey man, we gotta bring it up when you beat the former Paper Cup champions. You gotta the defending champions. You gotta bring it up.
Yeah, we definitely need to step up our game a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we got some fun games here. This is not usually the time where we would do a podcast, so it's a little bit haphazard, a little bit like we're doing whatever. But yeah, so if anybody wants to join, I know we have a few people who wanted to join, but if you want to join, just message and either DM me. I mean, I guess I can bring on Milo to talk about maybe his game because he's been waiting for a while. So I'll invite him to this, and you guys maybe can talk amongst yourselves while this happens.
Yeah, see, Twins and Red Sox are tied at 1 right now too.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see if Texas can make a comeback or not. That will be
it's a team I haven't heard about.
Watch.
It's not a team that we've heard much from, the Texas Rangers. I feel like I don't see a lot of them in the...
They're another GM that's kind of hit or miss on whether he's on or not, so I don't see a lot from their players either, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a color I see typically in the Discord or in any of the chats, really.
Yeah. I know we want to talk about how the AL is the best league now.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So we got Milo Grams here as our first public person. So hey, welcome to the podcast. Oh man, is his mic not working?
Anything?
I can see him lighting up, but he's not talking.
You guys,
I
There
think.
you go.
can you guys hear me? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah,
There we go.
I don't. All right, I'm gonna have to hold this kind of.
So yeah, welcome to the podcast. Yeah, we've got a former MVP and recently suspended Washington catcher Milo Grams, who by the way,
I'm popular for one of those things.
but who by the way is a fantastic umpire who like a lot of people don't see this, but he actually he volunteered to do 3 games at once today. So I want to shout him out for that. That was pretty cool. Ooh. Is your microphone like?
I think I was listening on the YouTube thread at the same time.
Oh, so it was really
Reading that.
confusing.
Yeah, and I was like, why is everything being repeated like 4 or 5 or 6 times? I got it now. So you guys can hear me decently?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really far away? All right. Sorry, that took like 12 minutes. All right. But hey, what's up, everyone, I guess?
Yeah. So you probably have been following a lot of games. What game are you umping right now?
Minnesota and Boston. So
All right,
had that over Christmas break, so it's been fun.
Yeah. I heard there was a 5 spot. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, so that game has been a spot game. I think that was San Diego. But yeah, so this game because I just want to. I already shouted out in the I think it was in the game discussion thread. But baseball, you make baseball face is probably stars, if not the best. I'd straight up put him at number 1 for MVP because he has 5 hits, and the rest of the Red Sox have 5 hits. Like he's single-handedly keeping this team afloat. And what's interesting to me is that like he's going down to Tampa Bay, I think. I'm not actually sure if that's where he's going. Does anyone know?
Yeah.
It's Tampa.
Sure is.
And so like that's crazy to me because that's like pretty much the entire offense of. I mean, this game it's their entire offense. He's their only hit with, or no, there's a couple other hits, but he had a home run. Twins. I mean, the Twins had a couple hits that they strung together, and it was I think a 2-out rally that got them together. But other than that, it's been a pretty prime pitch. Yeah, words are hard. A pretty prime pitching duel between the two right now. They've been pretty good, and also both pitchers are super responsive, except for right now. But other than that, the whole game, the pitchers have been pretty quick. Barge list, which is like the greatest thing ever. And yeah,
Barge is amazing. He gave me a pitch per hitter each time. Like, oh, this time through the lineup, bam, 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 bam.
All right. Yeah, but the Red Sox. Yeah, I'm really happy for them that they're picking up and they're seeming to do well in their first game with the new GM. So yeah, I hope the best for them. Yeah, but anything else you wanted to talk about? So sorry if we usher you out because we got like 4 people waiting to.
Oh, that's totally fine. My roommate took my headset, so I can't find that. So I'm talking probably really quietly. I don't know. I think I was going to mention, but I can't remember it. So I guess I could just mention it if I'm on the podcast again.
Okay. So that's just in case the next one. We'll definitely see if you're able to come on. We'll definitely see if we can have you on. It's more of a first come first serve. So, well, I probably would have had you on if a billion people didn't ask me. But next, I'll keep you on the top of the list next time.
Thanks, Jay. Making me feel special.
No problem, man. All right, so I'll get you out of here, and then I'll bring in everyone else. Do you think it should be GH Morello or Lane Drew? Because we got them both waiting right now.
I vote Lane Drew.
All right. How do you? Okay, I'll just do that. All right, so I'll send in Lane Drew right now. And then I'll send in Morello afterwards. So hey Lane, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah. So we got Lane Drew. If you guys don't know, he's the head of the home run derby as well as a shortstop for the very successful Toronto Blue Jays. So yeah, tell me about what's been going on recently.
So not much. I'm just panicking because I'm in public or something. But hey.
you get used to it after a while. Like for real, like I've had times before this podcast where I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And then like I get on it and it's just fine. You get used to it after a while.
Yeah. It's pretty stressful, But not much is going on. Me and the console are developing new rules for the home run derby and new ways of just playing the game.
Yeah, that seems like the game itself seems very interesting. I need to follow it a little bit more. I heard Jack Alpha won recently. How did that go?
Jack won the King of the Diamond, which was pretty impressive. I mean, he was pretty much the underdog story. He was a rookie against a bunch of new guys, old guys, and he somehow won it.
Yeah, good for him, dude. I like Jack. He's a really interesting dude, and I think he got drafted in like the 3rd round, and I think Colorado worked out very well for him because he's just been on a lot and very active. But yeah, how about the Blue Jays? Or yeah, go on. Sorry.
Me and Jack talked earlier, and we were talking about how the plans for the Derby. It's pretty great, but yeah, the Blue Jays. Oh, it's so good knowing that our relationships are just great.
Yeah, it's always like as a GM myself personally, when you get a team that works together, it's like the best thing. Like when you see like them as brothers, it's like this is what I meant this game to be.
Yeah, it's simply incredible. I just think that because as soon as I felt that no one else, even my real life friends, I was like, do I want to wish him a Happy New Year?
And then you're like, I love these guys, definitely.
So then I made an announcement in the Toronto thing. I was like, Happy New Year, everyone. And then in real life friends, I didn't do it till 11:59 last night. So I'm like, because in a way, I look at the MLR as a second place for me to reside.
Yeah, dude, we're all family here. It's a really cool community we've got going on here. But yeah, how about Mattis? Mattis, talk about how much you love your shortstop. Come on, this is your chance. Gush about him.
I love him very much. He is hitting well. He's so active. He does the derby and everything else. He's insane. I love the guy.
Yeah,
You're a great manager.
Thank you.
We got a nice relationship going on here. But but yeah, okay, so that's Lane Drew. Yeah, you've got a lot of things going on here. It's a very exciting time for the Toronto Blue Jays indeed. But for the sake of getting some people in, I'll sadly have to let you go. But if you want to come on later and some other time, I'll definitely have you on. It's fun.
All right, see you later.
All right, see you later, man. All right, so we'll bring on Morello real quick, and then we'll bring on Smudge, and I think we'll end it after that. So we'll see what Morello has to say. So
all right.
So hey Morello, maybe turn off your stream if you're listening to us there.
Okay.
But yeah, this is
I muted.
All right, so if people don't know, this is Morello. He's in the middle of the Cleveland Tampa slugfest. He hit a home run. So yeah, talk us through that game.
I mean, well, first of all, let's talk about my home run. It was my first major league hit, MLR hit, and it was just amazing. I was excited. I mean, there was a reason to showboat. I mean, especially when your first major league hit is a home run. Yeah, and of course, the Rays got triggered by it, and they, bitched at me about it. And to be honest, I thought that everything was gonna be fine after that 3 home run inning. Like when we were up 3-0, I thought, okay, yeah, we got this. I trust my pitcher. He knows what he's doing. And then suddenly, the Rays start to rally, and then that home run by Dom happened. I thought, you gotta be kidding me. That inning was, wasted. Like, so much for that 3 home run inning. And then I was thinking, okay, let's just get out of this inning. We can, retake the lead. I'm gonna lead off in the next inning. And then suddenly, things just got worse. They made it 5-3. They got angry at me for some odd reason. And so they basically hated how I jumped on the home plate. And then suddenly they decided to bean me on purpose, which wasn't fun. And so so as an act of revenge, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give my middle finger to your stupid mascot in your tank. I'm gonna make sure our next home run ball is gonna, land on top of his stingray.
Oh man, Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey must have been providing all the energy towards Ray's batters. And of course, that didn't work out because BB hit a double play the next bat.
Well, Jeffrey got his last bit of revenge there.
His last laugh. And so, basically, I was in the dugout thinking, okay, these Rays are trying to be jerks to us. So, only attack them if they attack you first. Like, be on the defensive. In a way.
Yeah,
I mean...
Oh, no, go on, sorry.
I was, like, when I went back to, my defense position, I thought, oh, geez, I hope none of these players are going to end up sliding into me. Like, I got the feeling that an Odor Bautista shuffle was going to happen at second base. Like, someone was on first, ground ball double place hit towards me, I go to the bag, throw to first, and before I throw to first, a Rays player just, slides into me.
I mean, definitely be interesting to watch the aftermath.
Yeah, it would have been very interesting. But yeah, it was a very disappointing game. I mean, I think we just wasted all our offensive energy, early. It's just, what's his name? Woodridge, I think? Just had a bad game. He just couldn't get out of a jam.
He was just traded to the Tigers, too, so.
I know he was traded. Let's hope this new pitch is better.
Well, Big Tuna. Well, Big Tuna does have some. He's a veteran, so. I mean, he's had some troubles, but. Well, I mean, if he could rebound for you because he's very capable. Right. He's very capable of pitching a good game. He just has had some troubles with the Tigers lately. But yeah, you have anything else to discuss about this session?
Well, I mean, it was fun it was fun when I got my, first hit, especially on home run. I hope I can heat up. I mean, the problem with the Indians is that we were lucky in the first two sessions. Like, we just won each of the first two games by a run, and both games involved a comeback. The main issue is inconsistent pitching, and some of our hitters are not really clicking. I mean, there are, 3 batters in our lineup that are batting below the Mendoza line, including me. Let's hope when we go back home and take on the defending Paper Cup champions, let's hope we can, get things clicking. I mean, if I get a hit in front of my home crowd, I really want the crowd to chant out, "You like that? You like that?"
Well, I'm getting a lot of shade from all my team's opponents, whether it be past or future opponents. Right. But yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck in that game.
I know. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention about last night. Osmosis was trying to call me out for my antics, and he was thinking, like, how I was a jerk in a way. I mean, it's part of my personality. And to be honest, me, along with other people, including the ump of that game, thought Osmosis was in the wrong for trying to, interrupt and try to put the blame on me. And he has no, I mean, he wasn't an ump in the game. He wasn't our opponent. He had no right to, come into our game and try to, paint me as, the villain. I mean, the Rays did a lot more bad things than we did. I mean, we didn't land a punch on anyone. We didn't intentionally bean anyone.
Foxconn laid out De La Rosas.
Oh yeah, Foxconn. I forgot about. I mean,
he doesn't count.
And here's the thing. I was thinking of pitching in the bottom of the fifth if things were going to get rough. Like, we give up more runs in the fourth. Like, if we were down, 12-3 or something like that. I mean, I was telling BB, hey, if you need a position player to pitch as a last resort, I'm there. You could just put Pablo at short.
Yeah, I've done that. Reagan, who's the current Mariners GM, he played for my team in season 1, and I let him pitch when we were getting blown out by the Blue Jays. But yeah, it's
it's fun.
Got 15 straight game.
I mean, it's glad. I'm happy that I got everything out, and I hope things get better. I hope I can improve. I hope get that batting average up, get more home runs, get the home crowd fired up on when we take on the defending champs. I mean, we're ready for what's gonna come next. Okay, we're gonna put this game behind us, and if we have to face these guys again in session 16 for a playoff berth, then so be it. I mean, we're just gonna be ready for anything.
Yeah,
so
I definitely wish you guys the best luck.
Let's go Tribe. Let's go Indians.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing about this is while you were calling out Osmosis there, that BB was just in the chat caps locking like, yeah, you tell him, fuck Osmosis.
BB's a great guy. He's gonna become a very good GM. He is gonna turn this team around, and he is gonna deliver us the paper cup.
I think he has the personality to get it done. But yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm gonna let you go so that we can bring in Smudge. Right. But yeah, thanks. I'll have you on. Problem. I'll have you on maybe sometime in the future.
All right, thank you.
All right, so I'll bring in Smudge. I think he's gonna talk. Yeah, I think Smudge is here to talk mostly about the position change. Because when I said he can come on and talk about that. Sorry, what was that, Whit?
Real quick before he gets into this, I gotta get out of here.
Really?
I gotta go make dinner.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Fun. It's fun.
I'll see you, Whit.
Before I leave, quick bombshell. I don't think you guys knew this, but I was really bit west the whole time.
Nope.
Yeah,
Bans. I'm banning you.
Fake news.
But alright, guys. You guys have a good one.
Get out of here. Alright, but Smudge, you there? Maybe he got away from the keyboard. I mean, if you're not there, we can just not do this.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if there's gonna be like a big debate or anything. Yeah, we can't hear you.
I heard what he was saying. Could you guys not hear him?
Nope.
I can't hear him.
Who are you talking about?
Smudge.
I don't hear him now, but I heard him to begin with.
Maybe it was just me and you thought I was a different person.
I don't know.
Well, the Indians have just released that rest grade.
Yeah, they released. It's probably gonna show up on the chat on the YouTube stream for posterity.
Okay.
But how long have we been going on for here? About an hour. I mean, wasn't really planning on this being too long since it's kind of an in between session. But perhaps all right. How about we just we'll save this for next one because I don't think it's gonna be too long before we do the next one because this went really well. I really liked how this went down. So we'll just we'll let Smudge fix his stuff for the next podcast. Does anybody else in the chat want to come on before we're done here? Maybe want to give any more comments on this session? Anybody in the panel or what remains of the panel have any closing thoughts?
I will say you touched on it earlier. I think this voting and the player ranking with the waiver wire is going to be interesting because these new teams are giving the old guard a run for their money. So you could see some movement. Just, you know what I mean? Like I think it's going to take a few weeks for the league to actually balance itself out and see where the real pecking order is.
You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for session 3 to end so we can get that leaderboard. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to seeing like a graphical representation of who's the best players in the league. Because obviously I'm going to miss some. And like I think it was always fun seeing that. So I hope it's good. I hope for that soon. That'd be really interesting. It's supposed to come after this session, so.
Crumble Puff got a fly out, by the way. So hey, maybe he's putting it together.
Yeah, I hope so. He seems pretty cool. He has an awesome name, by the way. He's one of two Bartholomew.
Yeah, they're both pitchers.
Yeah, and maybe just maybe they'll both be players who have beaten the Nationals, which would be a very interesting turn of events. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna end the podcast. So I'm sorry, Smudge, if you weren't able to get in here. We'll have you on next time. We'll have you as the headliner. I'm sorry. I was gonna. I know I invited you, so I feel bad for stopping, but yeah, I think we're good for now. So thank you guys for tuning in. We actually had like 14 people watching at the same time, which is a pretty big crowd. We usually get like 5, and then get a lot of playbacks. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for my guests for joining. This has been a pretty interesting, short, nice little concise podcast. But yeah, we'll see you guys later.